Hey everyone, welcome back to Go Language Learning Series. This is episode 2 and today we are covering something essential for every code developer. The names you give to things in your code are basically known as identifiers. If you watched episode 1, we already created our first Go program. Today we'll break that down and learn the rules and best practices for naming variables and more in Go. So let's first understand what identifiers are in Go. If we simply put, an identifier is the name you give to things like variables, constant, functions, basically anything that you name in your program, that's an identifier. In our current code, we have several identifiers like main, fmt, name, age, is goofer. So let me add some more identifiers. Here I have declared a few more identifiers. Let's walk through the rules of identifiers in a Go while we do this. So rule number 1 is must start with a letter or underscore. The variables I have declared like full name, user underscore age, underscore temp value are valid because they all start with a letter or an underscore. But if I try something like this, Go will throw an error because identifiers cannot start with a digit. Let's discuss rule number 2, that is case sensitive. Identifiers in a Go are case sensitive. For example, the variable I have already declared, that is is logged in, and if I declare another variable like is logged in, both will consider two completely different variables. So be careful with capitalization. Let's discuss rule number 3. Avoid reserved keyword. Go has a list of reserved words like func, package, if, return. So you can't use them as a variable name. For example, if I declared a variable func, this will also give an error because func is a keyword used to define a function. Now that you know the rules, here are some best practices when choosing identifier names. First best practice is use meaningful name. For example, if I declared a variable like temperature in Celsius, this will be a best practices. Instead, I use X for this variable because X, Y, Z are something vague variable names. Next best practices is follow naming conventions. So use camel case for variables, username, order count, and use Pascal case for exported names. We'll cover this later. Next best practice is don't over abbreviate. Use first name instead of just FN. That's it. For today's episode, we covered what identifiers are, their rules, naming tips, and best practices. In the next episode, we'll learn about data types in Go, integers, floats, strings, booleans, and more. So stay tuned, like this video if it helped you, drop a comment if you have a question, and follow me to continue learning Go. See you in next episode. Bye bye.